guys, and welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Megan.
And I am Myra. Welcome back to another week.
Yes, so happy to be back. And as y'all are hearing this, it is officially August. And I literally cannot believe we are 8 months into 2022, like more than halfway through this year at this point. Where does the
Yeah,
time go?
I was gonna say it's downhill from here, but I don't want to jinx it.
This is the best part of the year, hopefully. Because come on.
Hopefully. Yeah. Let's get
Hopefully.
through the holidays and be cheerful and not another freaking pandemic happen.
Girl, well, the monkeypox thing has been getting bigger and bigger.
Another one.
Another one.
I forget.
Jesus, if you're trying to end it all, just say that. Like, you don't have to do
Oh,
all this. You can just come back.
it's too much. Let's let this, let's not have another girl come through and try to swoop through the population again. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the holidays.
Let's just chill. I'm
Yeah.
so looking forward to the holidays. Also, like, I just need it. That's why I definitely am on the decorate for Halloween in August train. I haven't started yet, but I plan to because I'm that hyped for the holidays. And I really think, hot take, we really be selling ourselves short by only celebrating the holidays during October, November, and December. Why not stretch it out? You know what I'm saying? It's still special if you stretch it out a little bit longer. And you just get to enjoy that holiday spirit for a lot longer. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Let's
Yeah. I
go.
mean, I agree.
I
I've
know you do.
already started.
Yes, you did. And you already got
Yeah,
Halloween
I got
candles.
my, yeah, I got the little plugins. I have
Mm-hmm.
skull plugins. I need to buy some candle holders.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm already in there. I already started.
Absolutely.
But,
We're gonna be talking about Halloween for the next 2 months. So y'all about to be sick of us.
period.
Buckle up.
And technically it's fall because August is the start of pumpkin spice latte season.
Period. August can be
August
fall.
25th.
August can be
Mhm.
fall. I'm all right with that. Like,
Yeah.
who cares what the calendar says? I don't.
What
So
do the
yeah.
calendar say? That's how much I know.
Fall doesn't officially start until like September 21st or 22nd, something like that.
Oh, girl, bye.
We ain't got
Yeah, that's
time.
too late.
It's too late. No. We need it now. Okay. We need it now. Summer has been good though. But I'm just not a real big heat person. Like, if it's gonna be this hot, I need to be at the beach or somewhere tropical. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have to
Mhm.
deal with this heat and you're not at the beach, it's just ghetto and you're just hot and sweaty, and I don't have time for that. So
Yeah, I totally agree. It's not too
mm-hmm.
much to do
Mm-hmm.
around here. I mean, other than like an amusement park. And my
Mm-hmm.
child isn't like old enough to really
Yeah.
enjoy. I mean, of course, the kid land or whatever, but
Right.
all I could do is just stand there while he do stuff. So
Exactly. And
in the
then
heat.
even those are so crowded and
Yeah.
insane
Yeah.
during the summertime. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Next summer, I definitely plan on having some type of really nice vacation or something planned out, because it didn't work out this summer because we just knew we were gonna end up hopefully buying a house, and we did.
Hmm.
But next summer, I definitely want to have some type of trip or something to look forward to, because when you don't have that in the summertime, it just kind of it's just all, the heat for nothing, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. We're
Mm-hmm.
planning a Disney trip next summer. And
Mm,
now I'm like, I mean, hopefully the COVID numbers go down.
I think so.
I mean, yeah, we're
I
just
think
gonna say
so.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna speak it into existence,
Yeah.
okay? But yeah, that's gonna be really good. So let's go ahead and get into some planner world topics. So cultivate what matters. Y'all, I
Yes.
told y'all, I always think about
Every
cultivate and
time.
create, and
Yeah.
it always pulls me up. Cultivate what matters. Those are the makers of the Power Sheets Gold Planner. They
Mhm.
they gave a flip through of their daily planner on their Instagram, I believe. Did you catch that flip through, Myra? I did not. I just saw some pictures from it.
Um, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I went to watch it and got what I needed to see.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched like the comparisons from the Power Sheet and the Daily Planner. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
needed to know. Like the
So
side by side.
Oh yeah, because it's a thickum.
Hmm.
It's a thickum. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, my opinion doesn't change about it. It was never gonna be a planner for us.
Yeah, no.
And it's still not. But if anybody wants to try it out, definitely let us know. But yeah, it is a humongous planner. And I guess I mean obviously with whatever goal setting stuff they probably have in that planner, plus a full year worth of dailies. Plus, we're not 100% sure if the weekends are on are on the same page or different pages. That
Oh,
is
they
just
are on
a
the same pages.
oh okay, and it was still that thick.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, I don't think it was ever a planner for us.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they do have some planner world people as their customers, but as like a grand scheme of things, these are people that this is the planner that they buy every year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they're not trying to appeal to like us who hop in and out of planners. Like this is just a tool that they use. Like we have
Right.
passion for this craft.
Right.
So I don't know. Cause it's like it's fine for it to be that thick if it's never leaving somebody's desk.
Right. Right.
So
That's true. That's true. I'm just curious of why they jumped to a daily instead of a weekly first. Because I feel like most companies,
and dated.
yeah, exactly. Most companies kind of delve into a weekly before anything, kind of to get their feet wet, and then eventually they
Hmm.
kind of move on to a daily. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like there has been so much focus on daily planners recently, which I'm not mad at because I'm loving daily planners right now
Hmm.
too. But I kind of want to see some new stuff with some weekly planners. Like, when is the last time we got like a brand new weekly planner? And I feel like new daily planners are popping up all over the place. So I would love it if some either established companies came out with a new weekly layout next year, or if some new companies want to start with weeklies, I won't be mad at that at all because weeklies haven't been getting no love lately.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe EC, but I mean that isn't a layout that we haven't seen before the vertical compact. I mean, it's just
Mm-hmm.
new to them as a company,
Mm-hmm.
but we've seen that before.
How do
So
you think
yeah, I
that would
mean,
do in a 7x9 size? Would you like that in a 7x9 size?
well, you know me with the 7x9 is. But
You're
I do
prejudiced
think
against the 7x9.
I do think the people would love to see that.
Yeah.
I really think they would love to see that.
Right, right. I think that could be really cool.
Mhm.
Or, we've been talking about if they did a like their hourly, but without the hour slot. So basically just like a vertical line. EC had that
Mhm.
at one point back in the day. That would be nice to see that again. So I know a lot of us have been shouting from the rooftops about a vertical lined planner. So who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah, the weeklies don't get no love. And I still love a good weekly, but I mean, I guess I'm part of the problem because my babe right now is daily also. So
I don't know. I personally EC killed it adding that notes page. If it was dye grid, it would have been over for the weekly. Period.
you know what exactly, and what, we were talking about that earlier this week, and
Mhm.
I said to our friends and that if they do, like, instead of having the notes page next year, if they do it like a full like weekly overview page for lazy people like me who don't want to have to buy stickers and set it up
Yeah.
myself, because I tried it and it looked horrendous when I did it myself. This is why I don't bujo, man. I mean, it's
It's
over
over.
with. It's over for
Yeah.
the rest of you girls. I'm just saying. I'm
Because
just saying.
honestly, when I do plan in my weekly, it's
Mm-hmm.
honestly just an overview.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Like clearly, with the daily you can get into more details of it,
Yep.
but yeah, with a regular weekly it's just an overview. So it'd be no
Exactly.
different.
And that's
Yeah.
all I need. So it will be nice. Okay, so I don't want, EC to take this and just freaking run with it, because a lot of the girls love that notes page as it is. A lot of the girls just
Hmm.
want a dot grid page, and a lot of the girls like myself want a weekly overview. Maybe give us some options. Okay, maybe don't just jump into it being that. Like, maybe have the option of for it to be two or three different things if y'all are considering that. I'm just throwing that out there because who knows if they are, but I think it would be really, really nice to have some type of option. Because like, I know a lot of sticker companies have like a weekly overview kit just specifically
Hmm.
for the daily duos. But I mean, once you start adding those up and getting a full year's worth, that is very, very expensive. Like, I looked on the Planner Kate website and I literally added up. Like, if you bought 52, one for every single week of the year at the regular price. That's like $150 for stickers and so that is costing more than the planner. Too much.
Yeah.
That's too
Yeah.
much. You know what I'm saying? It's just not an economical thing. Now, obviously, you don't have to buy them all at once, but if you do end up wanting a full year's worth at some point, even if you don't buy it all at once, you're still gonna pay a shit ton of money if you aren't able to catch it on sale. So yeah, that's just not I just don't think I would do that. I do want to try it, but yeah, it just does not make financial sense to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I guess the solution would be to have more options, but then you get into like the money aspect of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe even having the options where the lines on the weekly is kind of faint, because that's what trips me up when I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to draw on it is the lines. But either do that and have like an option
Mm-hmm.
that has the weekly overview, because you know it's gonna be somebody who's like, I don't want the weekly overview. So then
That's
you can
what,
get
yeah,
the
exactly. Just
blank
get the
one.
line, just
Yeah.
do the blank one, and leave us the rest of us alone who want it.
But then you get into that. Well, I mean, they do print on demand. I don't know how cumbersome. We just need to hit Tanya up.
That's what I'm
I would.
saying. Like, if
I'm
y'all
just
need to have a
curious.
conversation to
Yeah, I'm just
figure this
curious how
out.
that works because I can
Yeah,
see how it can get mixed up,
you don't
but they
want too
also
many
do print
options because it can be a
that
lot.
part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's possible because they do print on demand.
Right. It
It's
is.
not like they're outsourcing all
Is
this
is
stuff.
not a big ask, but
Yeah,
yeah, it can be if they add too many options. That's why I think like a
yeah,
very simple, either getting a weekly overview or like a dot grid or very faint line notes page would be
yeah,
good. Maybe two options tops, because yeah, you don't want to
yeah,
get too into the weeds and have it be too personalized, because then that's gonna push back the shipping time. That's gonna be way more of a burden for the people who work there who have to do this. But yeah, but I'm really liking it now. So right now, what I've just been using that page for is like a meal planning type of page for the week, and just calling it a day. And I'm basically just using my monthly view as like my overview of what I got going on that week. So
So my question is, would you be willing to pay an extra $5 or $10 to have that weekly overview printed for you?
I absolutely would. Because here's the thing, I was already paying an extra $10 to get my black coil that they stole from me.
It always
And
turns back.
so it does, everything goes back to the black coil. And so like now, if I've been getting like the spiral bound 7x9 ECs, I've just
Mhm.
been getting the silver coil. So they haven't been getting my extra $10, but I'll give it back for this option.
I don't know. Food for thought.
Food for
Food for
thought.
thought.
Food for
Yeah.
thought.
I mean, I would, but
Mm-hmm.
I would probably buy both, honestly.
Girl, yes, literally, because we like options. I'm
Yeah, like
sorry, we like
options.
options over here. Okay. But yeah. So what about Happy Planner's new sewing collection? Okay, do they have like a preview of that collection on their website, on their Instagram page? Like I've
They
seen
did
very few photos of this.
I don't know if they did it on their Instagram page. I seen a YouTube video that one of our
Mm,
friends sent us, and
mm-hmm.
that's where I seen it. It's supposed to be a Joanne's exclusive, so I don't think it's a preview on the Happy Planners website.
Gotcha.
But I just threw it up here because I do really like that kind of vintage. Yeah, it's not on Happy Planners website.
Okay.
Vintage kind of sewing style.
Even
So
though
I think
they
it's cute.
Yeah, even though they get on my nerves with these exclusives to specific stores, this one really makes
Girl, yeah.
sense to be a
Mm-hmm.
Joann's exclusive before
For sure.
because Joann is such like it's a store for the sewing girls, because you can get your fabric, you
Mhm.
can literally get a damn sewing machine from there, you can get your whole setup for Joann. So that does make sense. From what I saw of it, I like that on the dashboard they have like the extra long checklist. I think that is a great thing and something that we talked about that they should absolutely just keep for all the dashboards moving
Yeah.
forward. Like I already got rid of that stupid color box. Now just keep the extra long checklist because the girls love checklists. And yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of like sewing homebody, which on paper it definitely does make sense to have sewing and homebody kind of be together. I feel like they're kind of similar. I just cannot
Mhm.
get over them grandmama florals that they keep beating to death. That's what I'm tired of. Like the color scheme is fine. I love
Oh
the
my
little
god.
sewing things that they got in there. But them grandmama florals have got to go. I'm tired. So, but yeah, I haven't even
Yeah.
seen the whole planner, so I don't even know how floral heavy this is. I've only seen like a handful of pictures.
It's pretty floral heavy. I'm going back to that video, but it
Okay.
is pretty floral heavy. So if you're not a fan of the florals, this may be something that you pass on.
Mm,
Um, my concern, because like you said, obviously the florals do fit with this because this is like a vintage kind of
mm-hmm.
older kind of demographic. Not like older in age, but
Yeah,
just vintage. But I mean it makes sense with this, but when you've had florals on 75 other releases, it's you know, it's kind of overkill too.
literally
But
75. Literally 75 releases minimum.
minimal. But yeah, I'm scrolling through this. Hold on, I gotta mute it. And I mean, it's a pretty decent collection for what it's worth.
Okay.
It's you got a mini and a classic size planner.
Can you
I'm
send
literally
me
watching this.
that
The
video?
video,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Like I'm literally
interested.
watching this on like 1.5 speed. They do have a lot of accessories like this is a cork board and dry erase set. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat.
Okay.
And filler paper and stuff like that. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, two sticker books, of
Mm-hmm.
course.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think they kind of hit the mark with the sewing, just knowing sewing, but
Yeah.
this is for a specific demographic. Like if you don't sew, you won't care about this for real.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hope y'all didn't hear all of it. It just opened up super loud.
Oh no, I can't hear it. It did the
Okay,
same thing to
cool.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they could have did this collection without the homebody florals. Or I don't know why they didn't call it like homebody sewing because it's literally the same. But I do, like you said, I like the vintagey look of it. And now I'm looking
Hmm.
at it, I guess the florals ain't that bad. So yeah, but if you're not a floral girl, then you're not gonna like this a lot. That's why I don't understand like why they had to have the florals everywhere when a lot of people who sew don't like florals. You know what I'm saying? I guess you just gotta deal with it if you really want this collection. But
Yeah.
it's cute. I like because I'm kind of looking at the stickers now, and they got some washi strips in the sticker book. Those are cute. But yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
sewing girl.
Yeah, I think the florals, they could have toned it down a little bit. Like the
Hmm.
florals, I remember these being on like certain patterns and stuff, so it's not like abnormal, it's just overkill, but
Yeah,
their demographic love the florals, so I mean, I'm
they
not
do.
surprised.
They do. They
But
do.
yeah. I mean, planner looks nice. Planner actually comes with some stickers, it looks like.
It looks like it's given like old school happy planner, like happy planner
Mhm.
girls. So that's where I can appreciate it from that
Yeah.
aspect because it's really reminiscent of how their planners were when we were first on to them. I feel
Mhm.
like happy planner, everybody started talking about minimalism and it just became such a huge thing in the planner community. And so I feel like happy planner doing a good job at listening to the people or whatever kind of leaned maybe a little bit too far into that because so
Mhm.
many of the planners that have been coming out lately have just been just plain Jane basic, not nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? So I like that they're kind of bringing back more of the old the old vibe of why people really like happy planners. It's a fun
Yeah.
planner. I don't know if Happy Planner is meant to be a minimal planner. Like I feel like they can have minimal aspects of it, but I don't think a straight up minimal Happy Planner just makes a lot of sense to me because I feel like that's really what sets Happy Planner apart is
Mhm.
being a more of a fun planner than a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm like looking at the weekly, I don't know if you can see it, like the weekly sets up. Overall, it's pretty neutral. There's like a little bitty sewing machine and some florals over like the notes
Mhm.
in the bottom left, but that's it for real.
And I think
And
that's perfect.
that's
I think
perfect.
that's
Yeah.
what people
Yeah.
wanted. That's what people wanted. We wanted like the fun covers, the fun dashboards, and the minimal
Mhm.
months and the minimal weeks. So I think this definitely kind of encapsulates what we really, really like to see from them.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right with it's given that happy planner girl vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the weekly, even though it's neutral, it's still some aspect of sewing on
Right.
these weeklies. And then
Exactly.
you have these like the pages that talk about like the measurements, different types of
I
stitching,
was
like
just about to say the measurement guide in
mhm.
there and the different type of stitching is really, really cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the happy planner that back in our day, this is the happy planner that we we grew up on. And honestly, like I'm not mad at it.
I'm not
Like,
mad at it either, but
yeah.
all the other things have really, I feel like the good outweighs the bad. Like if I was really into
Yeah.
sewing, I could get into this planner,
Yeah.
regardless of the floor rules if I wasn't a big fan, because it has so many cool aspects. And then, like we said, it's like classic happy planner. I love that. I really love that. I hope they lean more into that classic stuff. I really hope so. Because
Not an
that's what
ad
made it
popped
fun.
up as I'm clicking through the stuff. But yeah, I agree. I do hope they get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know. Hot take. I feel like the planner community is kind of moving a little bit away from that minimalist style.
Yeah, I
No,
feel like here's what I think.
although it was never really minimum, but
It's not minimal, but we can't even get into the weeds of
yeah.
what the true definition of minimalism is, because my gosh, we would literally be getting emails. But I think that there are companies that are known for minimal aesthetics. Let those companies do that. And the companies
Hmm.
like Happy Planner that are known for maximalist aesthetics, let them do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get everybody's going to try to
Agree.
appeal to as many people they can for the purpose of sales and business, but the minimal girls do that better, and the maximalist girls do that better. You know what I'm saying? Because any company who is minimal, and when they try to do too much, we don't like it, and vice versa. So I feel like it's just, I feel like there's enough companies out here to where you can get what you want from a different company. If you are a minimalist, then shop with the minimalist brands, and if you're a
Hmm.
maximalist, maybe shop more with the maximalist brands.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is a really good example of the direction
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Happy Planner should go in.
Yep.
Because it is maximalist, but it
Mm-hmm.
has that tone down in your week to week. So if you decide you want to
Yep.
go a whole different totally color scheme, you can.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's fun. It's just a
Yeah,
fun
it's fun.
planner.
It's
Yep.
a happy planner,
It's a
like
happy planner.
yeah. That's what y'all name is. Like, why did y'all try to go away from that? But I mean,
Yep.
trends come and go, I guess.
Yep. I think so too. I think so too. Yeah. One
Yeah.
of these days, maybe we will, maybe on a bonus episode, we'll talk about what minimalism really means and how the planner community has largely gotten it wrong.
Oh, you ready to tussle.
That's why I
You
said
are
a
ready to
bonus.
tussle.
That's why I said a
Yeah.
bonus episode. Okay. That's where we say all the
Ooh.
offensive stuff. Anyway, not really,
But
but
yeah, I might pick up a few of these things
mm-hmm.
if my Joanne's is slow. I won't see it till September. It's supposed to release tomorrow.
Girl, not September. Not you
So,
playing your Joanne's. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
but yeah, it's cute.
It is cute. It is cute. Okay, so as y'all are hearing this day has passed, but we recorded this before National Planner Day on August the 1st. So we have, obviously no idea if we won any awards or anything, but if we did, we'll definitely talk about those on
Mhm.
next week's episode. So I just want to get your thoughts, Myra. How do you feel about National Planner Day? Is there anything that you want to say, or what does it mean to you? Any of that?
Um, yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, y'all would have seen the post. Like, I'm planning on doing the post more so about what planning and what the community has brought to me because the girls are just going to be like, here's my planner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just want to kind of elaborate more on that. But for me, it is more than just the paper. I feel like I found like lifelong friends here.
Mm,
I also found something that I was passionate about and like found myself very much so creatively,
mm-hmm.
which isn't just the actual planning. Like it has went far beyond that.
Right.
Helped me to like tap into other things that I like. Um and share, my creativity with, my little corner of the internet or whatever. And of course
Mm-hmm.
it's podcasts. comes from a planner.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, even our friendship, like, obviously, y'all, I mean, well, not obviously, most, yeah, y'all probably don't know. We've actually known each other before
Mm-hmm.
planner. I mean, maybe it did exist, but we ain't know about it. So, and we stayed like cool and connected
Right.
throughout the years, but it really came to the planner community where
Mm-hmm.
like the relationship started to grow. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it just means so much to me. Like the community means so much to me. Um, the planner itself means so much to me, but it's so much more than that planner. Because I mean, I can stop planning today,
Yep.
and all the things that I got from the community will still come along with me.
Period. That was
Yeah,
so well said, Myra. I totally agree.
yeah,
Like National Planner Day to me, it definitely means when I think about like just even that title, like when I think of a planner, I'm not even thinking of like the physical product of a planner.
hmm,
I'm talking about the people,
yeah.
the planner people, literally the people in this community, the people that we have been able to connect with and to have these great and awesome friendships with. Yeah, it really just comes back to that. And that's why I definitely think it's a day for celebration. But I do have a question. Is it like one of those? Is it like a real holiday? Like you know how they have like all those fun holidays? Is it like an official fun holiday, or is it just like a made up holiday? Like, is it recognized anywhere? Like, if I Google National Planner Day, like, is anything gonna come up?
Let's see.
Okay, in real time.
I don't. Yeah, in real time. I don't think so.
I don't think so
But let's
either.
see.
Okay, let's find out. Because I honestly have no idea. And I know the first place I heard of it was from Bloom. And I just
Yeah, and
didn't
that's
know
what
if
comes up.
they made it up. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I can type in. Yeah, I type in when is National Planner Day. It doesn't even give me a date. It just comes up. Bloom's
Hmm.
website basically. But if I type in when is National Donut Day, June 2nd.
See, now when I
So
looked it
yeah,
up, I just typed in National Planner Day and the website came up first. And then
yeah.
right under that, it said, what day is National Planner Day? And it says August 1st.
Let me see.
So I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
And that's not Bloom's website either. It just says
Right.
National
And it's
Today.
not Bloom's website either.
Yeah.
So maybe Bloom is kind of responsible for maybe bringing it more to the forefront in the planner community, but maybe it was already some type of, one of them fun holidays. I don't know.
Um. It's a whole history on this link that you see. It don't
Oh,
say nothing about Bloom though. It
also
says it
Bloom did
started
make it
selling.
up.
Oh, well,
I mean, that's what I
this
thought.
website,
That's what I
this
thought.
website don't say that. It just says it's reportedly been celebrated since 2018 by planner lovers. Like, there's no mention of that
Oh,
company at all in this. But
oh.
I mean, it's just one website. I mean,
Right. It's just one right. Well, yeah. If anybody out there knows, hit us up, plannersandwine@gmail.com and give us more information. Because I would love to know like what is like the true origin of National Planner Day.
I love that. It says how to observe National Planner Day. 1,
Plan.
check in on your planner. 2, start doing it. 3, buy a new planner.
Not buy new planners. They know it so well. They know it so well.
Did Bloom write this?
Probably. Is there a
But
link
they
to their
would have.
website?
No, there's nothing on there. I don't know. I feel like Bloom would have said that though.
I know, right? I mean, why
You
wouldn't
know?
you? Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Hmm.
Why would Bloom not be all up on here? Who wrote this? I
Yeah.
don't know, but I thought that was funny.
That is funny. That is funny. But yeah, shout out to all the planners in the world. And I know Bloom has a lot of different things that they were doing for National Planner Day, as well as some other planner companies being involved with that,
Mhm.
including Wow for Planners, and a bunch of other people are involved. So I think they have a lot of cool giveaways. So I hope y'all want something. If y'all are listening to this,
For
I don't ever
sure.
enter planner giveaways. Do you, Myra?
I got too much shit for that.
That's why.
And yeah.
That's the reason
and
why.
and then also a lot of these giveaways, like hacked accounts and stuff come from there too. So I
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah. If I do a giveaway, it's with the Patreon people,
Yep.
honestly.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Just easy
Yeah.
peasy. Okay, Myra. So what is your current planner setup? I feel like maybe we should just ask each other this monthly on the show because it changes quite frequently, actually.
It
So
does.
for the month of August, what is your planner setup?
Um, I actually planning on putting out a post, so maybe I'll get to actually see it too on my feed today.
Yes.
Um, well, Thursday, not the Patreon people. But I right now am in my daily duo
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. I also am using the A5 Aurora Estelle.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, have I really been planning in that? Not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, but it's super fun to decorate.
Is it a
And
weekly or the daily?
it's a weekly.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it could be whatever you want. It's not like printed or
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I like it. I like playing around with it. I use it as weekly. Well, decorate it as a weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I put like little quotes and stuff in there just to write in it, but it's just been
Mm-hmm.
fun. But mainly I've just been in the daily duo.
Awesome. Same,
Yeah.
same here. I definitely feel like because I was in my 7x9 daily duo. I don't know why. It wasn't clicking. It wasn't clicking for some reason. I wasn't in love with it. I was gonna move back to my Moxie Life daily. And then I was like, well, I got these, I have these A5 daily duo inserts. So let me just play around with those and try it. So I got a Notique during their sale and I put my A5 inserts in them and I love it. I truly love it. I think that A5 is the perfect size for daily planners. For daily
Aw.
planners.
Okay.
I knew you was gonna get excited until I finished my sentence. No, A5 it is a great size. I feel like my one kind of pet peeve is because I'm right-handed. Whenever I'm writing on the left side of the page, I most of the time just have to remove that page from my planner. So that's a little
Mhm.
annoying when you're dealing with rings, but
Yeah.
it's not a deal breaker. It's not a big deal, and I've really been enjoying it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
fine with
mean,
it.
yeah, that's what I've been doing other than like Notion. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
use for social media, but it's been very minimum. I do have a that Happy Planner student study
Mm-hmm.
habits planner, but that starts this month, so I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
start putting some social media stuff in there, I guess, and
I
see how
think
it
that'll be
goes.
good.
But
Yep.
yeah.
I think that'll be really good. One thing I really love about not being on a spiral bound planner is being able to like personalize it more. So I got
Mhm.
some dashboards from cloth and paper that I threw in there and it's just giving what it needs to give. I love that. I love that you can get like a ready-made planner, but then add some more personalized aspects of it and not just be tied. I think that's why I wasn't really into the 7x9 daily duo because it was on a spiral and you just kind of are stuck with how it is. You're not really able to
Yeah.
franken plan or add anything different to it. I do have a 7x9 hourly from EC that should be on the way soon. I was gonna kind of use that as like my weekly overview. I'm not sure I really need it, but I just kind of wanted it. So I'm just gonna try it out.
Story of my life.
I know, girl, literally the story of both of our lives, right? And you know what? One reason why I didn't think I was going to be into these because they are the in bloom ones, and even though I think they're really pretty, I don't know why. I think the floral kind of threw me off at first. So I was like, I don't
Mhm.
think I'm gonna use these. But there's no florals on the daily pages
Mhm.
whatsoever, and I'm just using the monthly page like totally functional. So the floral on that just doesn't bother me. So yeah, this is going really
Yeah.
well. I think I might stick with it. Knock on wood. But
Oh,
we'll
you
see.
reminded me that I made that monthly with my vertical compact.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. I
Should probably try to use that.
think you can.
It's cute. It is really cute, but I haven't
Mm-hmm.
used it for sure. But I
Yeah.
mean, the beauty of August starting on a Monday is that you can start completely fresh, you know?
I know. I love that. I do kind of
Yeah.
love when the new month starts perfectly on a Monday.
Mhm.
It's just very in sync. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. But yeah, guys, on that note, we are going to take a quick break for ads and we will be right back. All right, guys. So we are back. Okay. So let's talk about Instagram. because Myra's man, Adam, came back and hit us with the flex once again. And we kind of have the Kardashians to thank for it. So, Myra, do you know what were the changes that were about to come to Instagram that have been put on pause?
They were like certain users got it, but they basically was gonna make the feed large like TikTok, like how you hop on
Yep.
TikTok and it's over the whole screen.
Right.
They were going to try to do that, and a few people got it, and they canceled the rollout for that completely. And then they
Mm-hmm.
also scaled back
The
the
suggested
suggestions,
girl. First of all, I
which I agree with y'all that
I
it
was
was
about to
too
say it
much.
was too much. And okay, so a lot of people are really attributing like this to the Kardashians because
Mhm.
Kylie and Kim were vocal about their dissatisfaction with the changes coming to Instagram. And then all of a sudden, Adam
Mhm.
gets on and tells us that they are putting those on pause, even though a lot of people obviously feel the kind of type of way about this because a lot of us have been kind of shouting from the rooftops that it was just too much too soon. Like they need to
Mhm.
slow it down, have it be more balanced. I think most of us, even people who weren't really upset at the changes, could get on board that it was just a lot
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
very short amount of time, and there was just no balance and really not a lot of consideration for just regular consumers who were not content creators. So the fact that it took the Kardashians saying something and then it immediately so we'll never know if he had already planned on kind of rolling some things back or if it
Yeah.
was really the Kardashians and their influence that had something to do with it. But there were a lot of celebrities who were extremely vocal about this stuff in Instagram. So I definitely think even if it wasn't just the Kardashians in particular, I definitely think the celebrities and their influence had some, like celebrities in general, I feel like they had a lot to do with why Adam and them and the team finally started listening and was like, okay, we don't want to piss off all the celebrities. So what do you think about that though, Myra?
I think it may had a huge part in it because
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, celebrities are content creators. They're just
Yeah.
larger, much greater big content creators. So they are
Right.
part of the money in the ecosystem of Instagram. So I think it was a combination of everything. It just kind of looks bad
Mm-hmm.
when Kim and Callie posted it, and then y'all are like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
so it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of looks bad that the way that that worked out. But yeah, I mean, I am one of those people that wasn't like completely upset with the
Mm-hmm.
changes, but I can agree that one, they dropped the ball on remembering people who aren't creators and
Right.
just casually are on Instagram. They
Mm-hmm.
completely left them out of the conversation. And just to suggest it was overwhelming. I didn't even mind the suggestions. I
Yeah.
found great creators from suggestions that I have fallen in love with since finding them.
Right.
When 2 out of 3 posts are suggested,
Girl, it was insane. Like it
I
was one
literally had to put y'all on post notification or else I would not see y'all stuff.
exactly, exactly. Like literally, that is one of the reasons why. Well, that is really the reason why I stopped scrolling my feed. Like I didn't stop scrolling my feed because of reels. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I stopped scrolling my feed because of those suggested posts because I was not seeing the people that I follow. So I was like, well, what the hell is the point? Like I'll just stick to stories. Hopefully, whoever I follow is reposting whatever they're doing in their stories, so I can just go to their page from there or whatever. And because it was just, oh my god, it was so overwhelming. So I appreciate the fact that when they made that change, it was like immediate. Like now, if I go through
Mhm.
my feed, I don't see really barely any suggested posts because it's kind of like, what's the point of still having the discover page if they're doing like you don't need both. You don't need all these
Right.
suggested posts and the discover page. And honestly, I still, back from old school IG, I still really depend on my discover page for how I discover new pages and stuff because
Yeah.
I'm just so annoyed with the suggested. I stopped scrolling my feed. It was insane. So, yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. I'm glad no matter what it took or no matter who it was, like I'm glad they kind of started listening more because it just needs to be balanced. It just needs to be balanced, even if it's just one to one. Even if I see one person I follow and then one suggested post, that's better than what it was because it would just
Mhm.
be suggested somebody that you actually follow.
Yeah.
Suggested somebody who's real you liked 5 months ago. Here's their page again, or because you like this other person's page, here's this other person's page. Like it was
Yep.
just so overwhelming. It was just doing way too much. It was doing way too much. So I don't know if it came from the Kardashians or what it came from, but I'm grateful that they made the right decision on that because it was just too much. It was just too. I feel like that suggest like they wanted your feed to kind of mimic your TikTok For You page because obviously your For You
Yeah.
page is majority of people that you don't follow. Every
Right.
now and then you'll have some people that you do actually follow on your For You page, but is the vast majority is people you don't follow. So I kind of feel like they were trying to kind of come from that angle again,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't really want that from Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like I get they have to try to keep up and see what other people are doing to make sure their stuff is staying innovative, but they got to have the balance to be able to keep people happy for the reasons
Yeah.
why we like Instagram in the first place while still growing and evolving. And I feel like you can do both. Is it harder to do both? Absolutely, but I feel like it's worth it to at least try it because there's just been a lot going on. And I know you love you some Adam, but Adam got to chill.
Adam's stressed. You see the 5 o'clock shadow coming in, he's stressed the fuck
He's
out.
stressed. He's stressed. Well,
But
Adam, ain't
yeah,
nobody telling you to change Instagram every week, bro. Like, just chill a little bit.
I
Just
hope they did
chill.
get the message to like slow it down because not like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm not opposed to the changes. It just was
A lot.
overwhelming. And then with the suggested, it wasn't really that great either. Like my
Mm-mm.
discovery page or discover page was far more better and far more
Yep.
on par to
Yes.
suggested.
Yep. I
Like
feel like
recently, it
I
was
feel
out of
like I was
control.
getting lied to on the suggested page
Mhm,
because it would be like, this is suggested to you because you liked so and so's reel 3 months ago. Well, not we don't tell you the time, but it's just like this
mhm.
is just you like this reel, and I'm like, no, I didn't. I would be like, I don't think I like that though. Like, I really like obviously I don't remember everything that I like,
Right.
but it'd be some stuff I'm like, I know I was never on this person's page and I never liked this. So I felt lied
Yeah, it was
to.
so out of left field.
Yeah.
Before, like, earlier on, like I said, I found some great creators,
Mhm.
from Suggested, but, like, a few days ago, like, it was some talking puppets in my Suggested. Where did that come from?
Where did
When
that
did
come
I ever
from?
like anything like that? It was just I don't know. I don't know if they pay, like, if creators were paying to be pushed
Mhm.
more in Suggested.
Mhm.
I don't know, but yeah, it was out of control. I can agree with
Out
that.
of
Yeah.
control. Yeah. And like I said, like there's just no reason for it for so many with the
Mhm.
explore page also. So I kind of feel like they were maybe moving into getting rid of the explore page because they literally serve the exact
Yeah.
same purpose. And if you're gonna have so many suggested posts, like there's just no reason to have the explore page. But then you really do get almost a carbon copy of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Where the majority of the pay of the things on your normal feed is not stuff that you follow. It's literally TikTok's whole thing, except they just do it better. Like you don't have to give me a reason for why you're suggesting this to me. If you think I like it, just show it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of those I would be like, I didn't like that person's reel. So where did this come from?
Yeah, it was just yeah. Yeah, like you said, that is the motto. Because honestly,
Mhm.
if I scroll through TikTok, I don't even move over to, like, my
I
friends.
don't
It's
either.
only on the For You.
I may do it
But
by accident, and then once I start seeing so many people I recognize, I'm like, "Oh wait, shit, this is not my For You page."
yeah, but that is the like, at least for me, that's how I hopped onto TikTok. That's
Mhm,
the nature of it. But with
mhm,
Instagram trying to change it, that's not the nature of what most people are used with
mm.
Instagram.
I know, I
So,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like people like things. People like things for the original reason that they like them a lot of the time, and it's like,
Mm,
like Instagram has always been a social network to connect more with our friends and family, maybe people that aren't in our day to day life, but we still want to keep up with them, see what they're up to, and it's kind of evolved into, especially for us through the planner community, into this place where we can find new people to keep up with
mhm.
and connect with and stuff. Whereas TikTok, we have like that's just not an aspect of my use of TikTok like connecting with other people. Like I don't connect with anybody on TikTok outside of the comment section. Like I'm never talking to people in their DMs on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just not even the nature
Mm.
of. And the only time I'm even using my DMs on TikTok is like me and my cousin are always sending each other TikToks. My cousin, my blood relative, not a random person that you know where you talk to random people all the time
Hockey
on
couldn't even tell
Instagram.
you how to get to the DMs on
Girl,
TikTok.
because they
Could
such a
not tell you.
non-factor. They
Couldn't
are
tell you.
such a non. But then like because we talk a lot about Instagram, TikTok has been doing some things too, kind of trying to steal IG's thunder a little bit. You can post
Mm-hmm.
pictures on TikTok. They
Mm-hmm.
have stories on
Yep.
TikTok now. I don't pay attention to stories or pictures on TikTok.
Yeah. I
If
don't
I
either.
want that, I go to TikTok for that. I mean, I go to
The
Instagram for that.
Instagram.
So,
Yeah.
I just want you. But I feel like the difference is TikTok is not letting how they're trying to kind of take a few things from Instagram. They're not having that take over their whole platform. They're still
Yeah.
saying original for the most part to why we love TikTok. Whereas Instagram is having all these changes that are kind of trying to take over TikTok's whole platform. And it's like, maybe fall back just a little
Yeah.
bit. Just a little
Yeah, I
bit
have
now.
noticed with TikTok, like if you're scrolling through the For You page, sometimes people's stories will pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
I don't know, I noticed that,
Yep.
but I also just keep scrolling because that's not what I'm on
No,
TikTok for.
I don't care.
I do that on
I
Instagram.
don't know y'all. I don't want to see y'all
That
story.
yeah, that's the purpose. I feel like with stories, like even like as a creator, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
throwing something up on stories, like I share like me trying a new overnight oats. I'm
Mm-hmm.
never gonna put that on my main feed
Exactly.
because they don't know
Exactly.
me and they don't care. Most people are going to see that, but the people who
Right.
know me are going to be in my stories, and who cares about
100%.
that?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it makes sense. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully they can go back to the drawing board. Like again, I don't mind the changes. Yeah, I know I don't mind reels.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Just slow
but
down.
just
Just
slow
slow
down. Yeah.
down and keep the balance. Like I think that reels are super fun and they can be
Hmm.
really a really fun part of Instagram as long as they are still balanced with
Hmm.
just regular still photos that a lot of us really really like still. So I don't know, man. Yeah, but at least Adam got the message. Shout out to Kim and Kylie, I guess.
Yeah. Only thing is, I feel like the people who are like, I'm boycotting reels feel like they won. And like, I'm gonna let you
Girl,
know, reels ain't going
I
nowhere,
was about to
girl.
say the changes really don't have a ton to do with reels. So
Yeah.
yeah, and you know what? And our girl Julie, she rightfully pointed out in her stories the other day that a lot of the people who are complaining about reels are not even giving and want more engagement on their still photos, are not even providing that engagement on other people's still photos. And if you make a concerted effort to go through your feed and like a bunch of still photos, you will start to see more still photos. That is, you're not going to see only those. That's never going to be the
Yeah.
case. You're just
It's
never
not
not
gonna
going
be,
to
yeah.
only see those, and reels aren't just going to disappear, but you will see more if you interact with more. So
Yeah, it's
try
just so
that.
ironic to me, the people who would literally leave dissertations on in the reels comment and then share reels about hating reels. So why the algorithm isn't a human?
The
If you're
algorithm is
sharing reels, you're
confused.
talking about reels, they're gonna be like, oh, this person like reels. So now you get more
Yep.
reels, and now you're in this cycle that, oh, the algorithm is pushing reels to me. Like, no, it's you.
It's you. The
You're
algorithm is
interacting with
confused.
them.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I don't know. I feel like post whatever type of pictures you want. And it's like, especially if your goal is not to be an influencer and not to
Mhm.
make money off of social media, does it really matter if you get 50 likes versus 100 on a picture? If you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're just doing it for the
Yeah.
fun of it and to share a creative outlet, which a lot of people say that that's why they're doing it, why does it matter how many likes or engagement it gets? Like the people who want to see it, the people who seek out your content and care about your content are probably gonna see it. So, I posted a
Yeah,
still
that
picture
shouldn't be a factor.
today, like the first time I have in months, and it's like I didn't give a second thought to, oh my gosh, I haven't been posting. I guess my engagement is, you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Like, I wanted to share it because I think it's cute, and that's what I did. And I don't care if
Yeah.
5 people see it or 10,000 people see it. It doesn't make a difference. I truly
Yeah.
don't.
I
So
think you the difference is you've come to that realization that it doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do kind
Literally.
of realization. But I
Literally.
think a lot of people need to come to that. And
Yeah.
it's strange because even typically when I talk about reels and like this kind of push to like kind of embracing it and seeing what you can do, like
Mm-hmm.
put your own creative spin to it, it's typically a lot of people who don't create content that
Mm-hmm.
give the pushback. It's like this one ain't for you. Like
Mm-mm.
I appreciate you,
Mm-hmm.
commenting and supporting me,
Mm-hmm.
but this one was for the people who are creators. And I think a
Right.
lot of folks kind of take that stuff kind of personal, I
They do.
guess.
They do.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's not always personal. It's not
If it
personal,
don't
it's plans.
apply, let it fly. If
That's
it don't
it.
apply, let it fly. Like
Yeah.
literally.
And do the same thing you've been doing. If
Mm-hmm.
you've just been liking pictures, continue to keep liking pictures.
Right.
Yes, you're going to see reels. It's not going nowhere. Reels aren't
No.
going anywhere.
No.
But you will see more pictures if you continue to interact with stuff like that. But commenting on reels,
Mm-hmm.
about reels, when you don't like reels,
Mm-mm.
it-
It's not doing what you think it's gonna do.
yeah, it's not.
It's gonna,
Yeah.
like you said, the algorithm is not a human. And if you're interacting with them because you hate them, you're just gonna see more because you're interacting with them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that totally makes sense. And you know what? One of the best things I think I've learned in life, my life so far, is to not worry about the things that I cannot control. And I know that that
Oh.
is easier said than done, but especially when it comes to really small things that in the scope of life and our like existence on this ghetto planet just do not matter. And social media is right up there. It is right up there with the things
Mhm.
that ultimately just do not, especially if you're not a person who is making a career out of social media and you are on here on just a completely voluntary for fun basis.
Mhm.
Stuff doesn't matter. Like, did I initially love the big push towards reels on Instagram? Not really, but I just didn't worry about it. I was just like, okay, well, I guess this is happening. And what did I do? I didn't spend my days making posts and complaining to anybody who would listen to me about it. I just stopped scrolling my feed and found other ways to utilize Instagram that still made me
Yeah.
happy until I got more used to them. And so I started seeing more and seeing my friends making them and seeing reels that I really liked and enjoyed interacting with. I just didn't pay no attention to them. I didn't let them, bend me out of shape or keep me up at night. And I feel like more people need to have that mentality of, in the scope of things, this does not matter. And if you hate what's going on Instagram so much, you could always just log off and just not be on Instagram. That's why the majority of us have moved away from Facebook and only use it on a
Mhm.
very limited basis because we didn't like what Facebook started doing with all their changes and stuff. So we just kind of started ignoring Facebook. Like you can do
Yeah.
that as well. So, and I feel like I get it. People really love Instagram and don't want to give up on it. But if it's not serving you and if it's bringing you more, strife and stress than it
Yeah.
is joy, then log off. That really is that easy. It really, really is. So I would rather do
Yeah.
that than spend my days complaining about, like, either learn how to deal with it or just log off, because complaining really has, like, Adam didn't do nothing different because of us in this planner community. He didn't. We had no
We had no
bearing on
effect.
this. No effect.
No effect whatsoever.
Because if
But
it was
yeah, I
up to
think
us, he would have did this a long time ago. Because y'all been
clearly,
shouting from the
yeah.
rooftops
Period.
about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I think it goes back to that nostalgia aspect of it. Cause
Yeah.
a lot of the planner community kind of grew with Instagram,
Right.
and now we're moving away from that. And it's like you said, either, this is no longer serving you, you need to move on, or,
Mm-hmm.
we as a community can find different ways to connect with using what Instagram is going with. Because again,
Yep.
we're just a little tiny blip on the radar when it comes to what Instagram is worried about. So complaining about it isn't going to change anything. We
Mm-mm.
either need to make changes to see how we're going to connect with each other with what we
Mm-hmm.
got, or, if you don't want to do that, then just leave.
Just leave.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
how I
mean,
feel
feelings
too.
are valid to miss the old, planner community or whatever, but
Right. Yeah, but complaining about it constantly is just really not helping. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I
yeah,
mean, anybody who just really hates reels and does not want to see reels, like, what y'all could do, y'all could hop on over to Facebook. You could make a Facebook group totally dedicated to seeing planner spreads, I'm sure it's already a million of them. Hell, you can
Yeah,
make a
for
new
sure.
one and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be solution oriented rather than just complaining all the time. That's
Yes.
really what I'm trying to get at. Not that anybody shouldn't be upset or their feelings aren't valid, but it's like just try to figure out a solution. So whether that's leaving the platform, whether that is, learning how to deal with it, or whether that is, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, kind
Yeah.
of figure out
Hmm.
what you want to do to move forward and how you're going to make sure that you're still getting what you want to get out of Instagram rather than just being angry all the time. Like, for what? For what? Adam
Yeah.
not listening. He listening to the Kardashians, not us. Okay.
Gag if we like turn on the Kardashians and they have like a happy planner or EC sitting around somewhere.
Girl, I
We
can't. That
know
would
you
be
go know.
so
We know you
funny.
go take a screenshot and let us know. So if that
Right.
does happen,
Let us
definitely
know.
let us know.
That would be crazy. You know what? I can see the Kardashians with a cloth and paper like agenda. Like
For sure.
something very
Very
minimalist. I
sleek.
can't see them
Yeah.
with stickers and all that. I think they will be very minimal and chic with it, but they have no use for planners. Their assistant probably has a planner to plan out their days. They're so freaking rich.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm not even rich enough
Boring.
to
I
think
don't want
about
to
that.
ever be
Yeah.
rich enough to never need a planner. Okay. That's so
Imagine you're rich
boring.
enough to have an assistant, so we have a planner for our assistant.
Like, girl, write this down. Thanks.
I picked this out for you.
Literally.
Please only use gel pen in this. Do not pick up that ballpoint
Girl,
here.
if I see you with a blue ink pen writing my agenda for the
Termination.
day, we're gonna have a problem. Instant termination. Oh my gosh. So something else I want to talk about, because this is kind of been coming up on, I've seen it a little bit on the internet, like since the second Black Panther movie trailer came out.
Mhm.
I listened to this one podcast called Higher Learning with Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay. Rachel Lindsay
Mhm.
was the first Black Bachelorette, and Van is like a very big like Marvel stan. I feel like I'm a decently big Marvel stan, probably not as big as him, but I'm decently into Marvel or whatever. And he has been shouting from the rooftops about why they should have replaced Chadwick Boseman's character T'Challa in the sequel of Black Panther. From what we have seen of it, there seems to be somebody in the movie who is going to be picking up the Black Panther mantle, but that person is not a T'Challa replacement. That person is a
Mhm.
new Black Panther and not somebody who is stepping into Chadwick Boseman's character. So I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on that, Myra, and see, like, do you think, or if you want, I can kind of share what I think first, since I'm the one who's been thinking about this for weeks. Um, yeah. So I would just kind of think, do you think they should have replaced him? My Van is very heavily on the side of yes, they should have replaced him. They're basically saying that even though we love Chadwick Boseman, we're super sad about his loss, that the character of T'Challa is too meaningful to the whole Black Panther saga, and that his character shouldn't just be done. My thinking is one, Chadwick Boseman just died like not too long ago. It hasn't even been 2 full years. So it was probably very fresh for the cast and all the people involved and very hard for them. And also I don't feel like this takes it off the table of ever replacing T'Challa. Maybe just in this Black Panther series, there's not going to be another T'Challa, and I'm okay with that. Like, I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like that was Chadwick's character. I'm a huge fan of Chadwick Boseman. I'm still super sad about his death, and I feel like this soon after he passed away, had they had somebody step into it as his character and his role, I think it would have been. I think it would have been a really big letdown. I think no matter who they got to do it, no matter how good of a job they did, everybody would have been comparing him to Chadwick Boseman,
Period.
and it
Yeah.
wouldn't have been good, and it would have been disappointing. And I think that Chadwick and his character deserves a movie to just celebrate his life and acknowledge the humongous loss to him, and not just fill him in as if he's any other player. Like, and I kind of feel like, say if it was in another Marvel movie, say if Robert Downey Jr., God forbid, would have passed away, while they were still shooting, his part of the, Iron Man and his parts, that once his character was still involved in that, they wouldn't have just replaced him. So why would we expect them to just replace Chadwick Boseman like that? They wouldn't have done
High
that. I don't
key,
believe that.
I'm still grieving that Iron Man is dead.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, it's
But
been 3 years,
y'all
y'all.
should have
Like,
seen Endgame by now.
yeah,
Yeah,
we still
exactly.
grieving that. But I
Right,
think a good
right.
point that you're saying is that we kind of need that time and space
Yep.
to move on from that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also a huge thing that I don't even think that's been brought up. There's still the multiverse.
Yes, good point. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there could be
Another
another
T'Challa in another
Chadwick T'Challa
universe.
in
Yep.
another Earth 136, whatever.
Right.
So we still have that option there. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean the answer to is no, I don't think that Chad would need to be replaced. I think honestly, I'm really excited because it seems like they're are honoring Chadwick mostly in this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see who kind of picks up this mantle in this movie.
Right.
Then maybe down the line we can go to another universe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be somebody else then. But
Right. Right.
I don't know. The same reason that Van is saying that the Black Panther is so, such a
Iconic and
movement,
yeah,
iconic, is the same reason why I say no.
exactly. It's not that simple with him. And it's
Yeah.
like, think about how many Batman movies we've gotten over the last 30 years and how many different people they have had to play Batman. Fortunately, within the Batman series, there's never been a situation where the main character of Batman, like that actor, passed away. And they had to think about whether or not they were going to replace him. But once again, I think in a lot of these situations, they didn't. Like, they wouldn't have. Like, they would not have replaced. They didn't replace Heath Ledger when he passed away after The Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows if he could have had a role in the next Batman after that? We'll never know because they didn't replace him because he died. They just let that character just go for that time period. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just think it would have been not disrespectful, but I do think it would have been just a subpar movie this close after Chadwick's passing, not even 2 years, to see somebody else playing his role as if he wasn't there. I feel like the character's too big, the movie's too big and meaningful to all of us, and Chadwick Boseman is just too meaningful and special to all of us to that. So I'm glad we're on the same page about that, because I really want to write to Van on like his comments or something and be like, Van, can you let this go? This movie would have been so terrible had they just stuck another Black man in there to be T'Challa. Like, I truly believe it would not have been as good. I truly believe that.
I keep think that Van probably would think the same thing. There's going to be a lot more people upset about the replacement of Chadwick.
It would have never been good enough. Whoever they chose would have never, ever, ever been good enough. It's too fresh. It's too fresh. It's too hurtful. Chadwick's death was too sudden and out of nowhere. Like, it would have been horrible. I really think the movie would have suffered if they would have did that. So, and like you said, like,
let the people grieve.
Literally. And there's the multiverse, or in another. Why does this have to be the one and only time they do a Black Panther film series? They can do another one and get another person to be T'Challa in the future. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie, even though I think it's gonna be, girl, it's gonna feel like a funeral. It's going to feel like a funeral. I'm not ready.
I'm curious because Shuri, the person who plays Shuri, she had some questionable things about the COVID vaccine. So I feel like naturally they would have gave it to her because that is how it is in the comments too. But I don't know, girl, because it looked like she got her shit in order because she's still in the movie.
I don't think she ever got vaccinated.
So what they just
so if anybody who don't know,
stop talking though.
Right, which is
yeah.
So for anybody who don't know, the person who plays Shuri, which is the Black Panther T'Challa's little sister, Shuri, her name is Letitia Wright. She's an actress, and she is originally from the UK, I believe. And while they were filming, at some point while they were filming, she had to go back to the UK, and in order for her to return to the United States, they wanted her to get the COVID vaccine because that was just what was going on in the world. And I think that studio in particular even had the stipulation of her having to be, everybody on set having to be vaccinated, and she refused. And so like production was literally halted for a little while because of that. So we didn't know what was going to happen with this movie. We didn't know when this movie was going to come out, if she was going to be able to finish filming, and we really don't know. So I don't even know if the footage that they have of her is stuff that they, got maybe before then, because editing is really tricky. They
Yeah.
can make it look like in the trailer that she all over that movie, and we could see the movie, and she could be maybe in 5 scenes,
Mhm.
which would let us know that they just kind of really limited or minimized her role because of that, because she wasn't there and they couldn't get her to get vaccinated or whatever to film. So, yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see
Yeah.
what ended up
Yeah.
happening with that. Because I'm
I don't
like,
know. I feel like she at least got a line because she was
something.
very, very vocal,
She
and then all of
was.
a sudden nothing.
And then she
I
was
mean,
at Comic-Con when they played the trailer
mhm.
with the rest of the cast and everything. So,
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
mean, that Disney money long, girl. I
Yeah.
mean, I shut up too.
Girl, I was mad at her for fumbling that bag. I was like, girl, pick the bag up. Pick the bag up and get
Literally pick the
vaccinated.
bag up. Period.
Like, what you doing?
Period.
What is you doing? So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see that movie. But
I'm excited for it.
I am too. I am too. Last but certainly not least, Beyonce's Renaissance album dropped. Myra, you want to give us some thoughts on Beyonce's Renaissance album?
Hot take. This might be my favorite Beyonce album.
Really?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
a self-titled stan.
Okay. Yes.
But this is the first album, like even on self-titled, there are some songs that I skip. This is the first album that I can play all the way through.
Period. I love that. I love
So
it.
it might be. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not official because
Okay.
I still need some time to marinate it with it, but it is really, really good.
It
It's
is
really, really good.
it is really really good too. I love it. I love how it's such like a different sound than we're used to for Beyonce, and it's giving what it needs to give. It is too early to tell like where it will rank as far as like my favorite Beyonce albums. I think she's had 7 total albums. Like I'm on Spotify right now. 1, 2, 3,
At least
4,
her, just
5,
her production.
6, 7. Yeah, just her. And I'm not
Mhm.
counting like the Jay-Z album. I'm not counting the Lion King album.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is her 7th solo album, basically. It's probably definitely in the top 4. In the top 4, I could safely say now. I just don't know where it's gonna be because I've never been a big fan of Dangerously in Love, that album. I've never been a big fan of Sasha Fierce. So I know it's above those 2 for sure. I'm just not
Mhm.
where I think my Beyonce album up until this point is probably either 4 self-titled or Lemonade. I'm not really sure. I always just those are my
That's a good
top
top 3.
3. Yes.
Yeah.
Girl, period. Period. I'm a later
She's in her
Beyonce.
bag on
I'm
those.
not an early. I like some early Beyonce, but I
Same.
wasn't a Beyonce like stan until 4 came out. That's what
For
really got
sure.
me on board with the Beyonce train. So yeah, but I know it's gonna be amongst those somewhere. But yeah, I love it. I think it's a super super fun album. And apparently it's the first in a series of 3 albums. Did you see that?
No. I
Yeah.
can't. I can't handle
Girl,
this.
why she doing all this?
She is pulling wigs all the way back. Like,
Beyonce
what am I
said,
supposed to do?
she said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay, that is what Beyonce
I just
said.
restarted the Beyonce fund because I figured she was woke enough to not, have a concert during COVID.
She
So I just
was.
now started it back up. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows? We might get
Girl.
some concert dates.
Girl. Because you see, if you go to like her Instagram page in her bio, it says Act 1 Renaissance out now. So there is an Act 2 and an Act 3.
How do we know that?
She
Just because
said
it's a month?
somewhere else she said there's one first of 3. I'm not sure where. I don't know if it's on her
Mm.
website or where, but somewhere else she for sure said like the first of 3, something like that. Oh yeah, so if you go to her website, she had posted picture of her kids and then a picture of her parents or her mom and her uncle, I believe. And she said this 3-act project was recorded over 3 years during the pandemic. This is Act One.
You remember when a lot of people were like, everything's closing down. This should be your time to get busy and create. I think she took that shit to heart.
Period. We ain't seen B in 3 years, literally.
She was like, you need to be creating your business. She said, bet.
She took that and run with it. She took that and 3 albums, girl. 3 albums. I love Beyonce so much. Like, we don't deserve her on this ghetto planet. And I put this on my Instagram story the other day for those who missed it. Imagine thinking that Beyonce not one of the best things that ever happened to this ghetto planet. I'm not saying she's the best thing, but she definitely one of the best things that ever happened to this ghetto planet. I'm sorry. I'm just going to stand down for a minute. Like, I love her. Like, she is so creative and so talented and just so amazing and so black as hell. I just can't get over it. I just love Beyonce so much. She can do no wrong. Like my husband literally, like before the album came out, he asked me, he was like, so what you gonna do if you don't like the album? I said, babe, if I don't like this album, there's something wrong with me.
Period.
I need to do some inner work. It's not Beyonce. The music is good. The music is amazing. The music is there. It's a personal issue if I don't like this album, and I need to do some reflection. I literally told him that.
I wish more people will adapt that. I think a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's not the usual Beyonce. You know, I'm like, I don't want Beyonce to keep giving me B-Day.
She don't have to do
57 hours. You know,
and people will be complaining. I feel like that's where a lot of artists mess up. They have a really amazing body of work, and then they try to replicate it, and you can't. Some things are just so like her album 4 or Self-Titled or Lemonade, those were literally like lightning in a bottle. You cannot replicate the magic. You can't hear those again for the first time. So we will be bored to death. Well, I mean, if it was another artist, we'd be bored to death if they tried to repeat that. Well, Beyonce is still gonna slap. But I'm glad some of the greatest,
for sure. I think some of the greatest artists that we have seen have maybe accepted the fact that, okay, I made this. In Beyonce's case, I made Lemonade. That's that project.
Yep.
Y'all can re-listen to that shit. Jay-Z does the same thing too. Listen to that old shit. If y'all want the old Jay-Z, I'm on this.
Yep. Moving on.
So yeah. Yep. Yeah. I honestly, Kanye too. I know
Kanye too, Prince, Michael Jackson, all these artists who were constantly reinventing themselves and reinventing their work, making it something new, something fresh, something that people had never really heard before, especially not from them. Like you said, girl, if Beyonce had literally just been remaking her first album all these years, I would not be a Beyonce fan, because I was not a Beyonce fan when the first album came out. I thought Crazy in Love was cute. Had a couple bops.
Yeah, it was just cute.
On Daisy Street Love, B-Day had a bunch of bops. I said, but like you said, everything has been a totally different body of music. And it's because like all these different things, like she's in different phases of her life. So why would she still be making the same music from 10 years ago? Just because y'all
I can understand that concept for yourselves. You're not the same person in high school, but Beyonce supposed to be that same bitch.
Girl. Ooh. And she's not.
I mean, she's not. She's not. She's not. And that's what I appreciate. And it's okay if you don't like this style of music.
It's totally okay.
It's okay, but you have to just accept the fact that this one is not for you. You come back next act.
You got 2 more acts to get it together. To get prepared for the tour, okay?
But that's art. It's you know, reinventing, creating something new, you know, putting something else out there. Like, why are we having the same thing?
Exactly. And why do we want the same thing? That's just not fun. And that's just not what a true artist does. They're not gonna keep recreating the same thing just because they know that's the easy thing to do, and that's what people like. It will be so easy for her to make Lemonade Part 2. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't want to do that. She wants to make something else. And I'm willing to bet Act 2 of this is probably gonna be very different than Act 1. I really don't think it's just going to be a continuation of this same style of music. I bet it's completely different. So, but it's still going to slap regardless.
Yeah. That's the thing that I like about her. She's a true artist.
She is. She is. Absolutely. Absolutely. If I had to make a prediction about what I think the other two acts are going to be, I would think that maybe act two is kind of going to be more of the R&B style Beyonce that people
Mm.
really like. I feel like Beyonce cannot help herself and she loves making those type of songs. And then on every single album she's made, no matter the style of the album, she's always had some
Mhm.
type of R&B songs as well. So I can see her coming out with that. And then maybe on act three, maybe some more poppy like radio type of songs again. You know, I could kind of see that too. So I don't know. But I mean, I can't wait. I'm excited. This was amazing and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. Such a
Mm-hmm.
good time listening to it. But I mean, sorry if it's not for you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
You missing out though.
Girl, for real. Reflect.
uh,
Reflect for real, for real. And then I think the fun thing about Beyonce too is thinking about what type of show she's gonna put on from this music.
uh,
Girl, because y'all, I promise you, even
get
if you're
the
not
sinking fun
a
ready.
girl, even if you're not a huge fan of Beyonce's songs or whatever, there's nothing like seeing a Beyonce performance live. Like she will put on a show. She shows out every single time. She brings 100% effort. Like if you have not watched Homecoming on Netflix, it is a whole experience. Like
Mm.
go watch it, get your life, get a taste of what it's like to be at a Beyonce concert.
And then start saving so you can go.
Period.
I feel
Yep.
like Beyonce is one of those artists like you have to.
You have
I think
to.
Bruno's like that. He puts on the show Gaga. Like
Absolutely. Yep.
there's artists that you're like, if they are in your city or close, get
Go.
the ticket.
Literally. I don't care if you don't know a song. Go be in
Just
the
go.
building because
Yeah.
it's an experience and not like nothing else. Literally like nothing else. So shout out to Beyonce. We love you,
I
girl.
know.
We
Thank
gotta
you.
I
Thank
know.
you.
For real. For real. Thank you. But we don't deserve.
We
We
don't.
don't deserve us in this ghetto planet. Do not deserve you, but you keep
Mm-mm.
on giving. So, and we definitely got to name this episode one of Beyonce songs. We'll argue about which song to rename it after once we done recording. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. If you haven't already, check us out at plannersandwine.com. Find out more information about our Patreon. We had a Patreon meetup this week for our VIPs, and then we have some other fun stuff going on for the rest of the month, such as our live episode recording and our Facebook Live that we do in our exclusive Facebook group. So yeah, check out the Patreon. Myra, did you have anything that you want to add?
No. I think this comes out Thursday. Our meetup isn't the next day, Friday. So
Yep.
you got 24 hours, girl.
Yep.
To sign up and come on.
You do.
VIP.
VIP.
We
Yeah,
have
we
fun
would
over there.
love to meet you. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we hope y'all have a great week. Happy August, and we will talk to y'all soon.
Bye, guys.